What's up, guys? We're here out at a nice lovely grass field soaking up some vitamin D, and I'm just gonna work out. I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm doing today and just start yapping. So a few days ago, fortunately, ever so slightly pulled my hamstring and my biceps femoris while sprinting. So basically what happened is it's a programming error. So I did some Zercher Jeffy's 3 sets of 6, pretty big like PR for like a 3 sets of 6. Felt great, felt primal, felt like a man. But dude, I was sore. I was pretty sore, pretty beat up. Low back was sore. Hammies were cooked. And I had to switch my programming around a little bit because it was just like finals week and things got kind of out of order and stuff. So anyways, I did an acceleration session 48 hours after doing those Jefferson curls. So it was just like warm up, 410s, 420s, 330s. Those were all pretty good. And then what got me was after that I did a couple flies. Well, I only got to my first fly. So accelerating for 20. As soon as I came up for the fly portion, boom, just felt a little like pull right here, biceps femoris lateral side, kind of towards that IT band insertional area, and instantly cut it. And it didn't hurt too bad, but it hurt enough for me to know I need to not be stupid. So that was kind of fortunate, but luckily I didn't strain it too bad. And yeah, motion is lotion. Gotta get back into it eventually. So the next day I want to see where it was at. Went for a 4-mile run, just trying to see what different paces it felt okay with. Started at a couple miles, like 10-minute pace. Felt good, awesome. Next 2 miles went down like 7-minute pace. Also, still felt pretty good. So I was like, all right, we're doing all right. Then I got busy with moving for a couple days, so didn't really get to do much controlled rehab. But with things like this, where you just pop something just pops up, flare it up a little bit, strain a little bit. Really, I mean, time's the big thing. So today we're here. It's been a handful of days since, maybe like, I don't know, like 5 days since the initial pull. And I think what I'm gonna just do today is just warm up right now, and then maybe just go down and back this field, like maybe like 6x100, feel it out, easy pace, easy and smooth, feels good. Go a little faster, but I definitely don't want to go into like a whole full thing. So yeah. All right, so I'm just starting with the isos, not for any reason besides just makes my knee feel pretty decent, get things just kind of warmed up, lubricated, and I typically do feel pretty poppy just because nervous system gets pretty primed. So just did the split squat iso, and now I'm gonna do one with kind of like toes elevated, so really just getting some slight contraction at length through my hamstrings. I don't know, just warming up pretty good. But then obviously I am gonna get into my dynamic stuff after that, and then we're just gonna get into these strides. Like I said before, probably just do like 6x100 or however long that is. Probably take like a minute break in between. Easy, just trying to stride out, feel smooth, and then hopefully I can open up the stride a little more in the later reps. And then plyos today. I need to check again. I think I'm just gonna do some different variations of pogos, depth drops. I think I got triple jumps, depth jumps. Yeah, we're gonna see. It should be pretty good. Yeah, let me tell you, I am tired today, man. It's been busy just last week, I guess. Semester ended, swear, whenever I get like a little vacation or I get some time where I really have nothing going on, I just get so tired. I start crashing because I finally can. So a little pooped, but it's gonna be pooped, I guess, you know, because I'm allowed to just ride around and get myself right for another busy summer. All right, those straight leg bounds feel pretty good, which is a good sign for my hammy, because obviously you're working that in that stretch range, so feeling good. I think it should be good. I'm pretty pooped. I'm like out of breath for no reason. Did do 30 minutes on the rower this morning, but I don't know. Should be good though. I'll take another minute before I start these because I'm a little tired. But something I do want to talk about is statements that I just heard way too often recently. And those statements are, oh, I don't know how you did that. Or, oh, I could never do that. Not people saying this to me, but just like in general, people say these about a lot of things. And I just think it's kind of disrespectful to yourself and disrespectful to like everything that we're capable of. Because I think that they just undermined how our capacity for survival, you know? So I guess just like one example for this is when I first started PT school, just got thrown right into summer anatomy. And dude, oh, that was kind of crazy. Remember after the first day, we didn't have a lab. Our lab time got switched with even more lecture. So we spent like 6 hours in lecture. And we were just churning through slides. I think it was about 45 to 50 slides an hour. So we were almost at a rate of like 1 slide a minute of just material just stacked to the brim. I think we had to have went through over 300 slides on the first day. And it was just like, oh my God, it was crazy. But this is how I felt, this is how everyone felt. But what happened? We all made it through, you know? Obviously it was something probably severely more than anything we've ever done before in terms of academics, the amount of information we had to shove in our brain. But the thing is about just everyone, just a human race, we always make sure that we can match the demand. We always make sure that we can match the demand. All right, I'm gonna talk about this more in a second, but I'm gonna go and get this first sprint in. It's hot, I think it's like 80 degrees. It's like, it hasn't been like this warm in a while, so I'm not used to the heat. But, so we're going tarps off for this. But, probably just go to the end, walk my sorry butt back, and then we're just gonna get into it. I kinda need to sneeze. Oh, we're just gonna go. Phone fell off the water bottle there, but I think you saw it stride still. Felt good. Felt the hammy just a tiny bit, but we keep it right there, maybe a little slower. It'll be in good shape. We'll adapt to it. Don't want to push any faster than that. I'm definitely not going to do any short sprints, but that was good. Yeah, I just think that, sorry, there's a guy on a dirt bike just going after it. It's pretty awesome. I don't even know if that's legal in this park. But I just feel like overall, there's just been significantly more times where people have been forced to step up to the plate, whether it be academically, athletically, life, sometimes all three at once. And at the end of the day, 90% of the time, they're able to match the demand, because that's who we are as humans. That's why we are the top race, because that's what we do. Drop the can, but I'm just gonna keep talking. And so I don't understand why people, they don't take all of these different experiences and different successes that they've been through, and they're like, they don't use it as like data to just give themselves more confidence. Instead, they just consume themselves with more and more anxiety, and maybe that's a driving factor that helps them be successful. but I don't really think that's very like conducive towards having like a good mental health and actually enjoying the process and going through the things that you go through with some sort of joy and like understanding the meaning of it while you're going through it, rather than having to look retrospectively back 6 months or a year after it's passed and be like, oh wait, that was meaningful. So I think that's definitely something that a lot of people can work on. And I'm gonna go work on this next stride. I'll be back. I got more to say. All right, second stride was good. I'll probably honestly just do like 4 or 5 of these. I am feeling a little bit, but a little bit of pain, not bad. I'll just keep it right where it is and just do like 4 or 5 of them. But anyways, so what I'm really trying to say is that I feel like there's a small minority of people that actually use different experiences in their lives as data points, at least consciously, and I think a lot more people should, because there's tons of people at the top doing great in any sort of aspect that are so riddled with all these different anxieties and issues and beliefs that they're not good enough. And like I said, yeah, I think that can help you. It's kind of a scare tactic that keeps you in fight or flight so you can keep going to succeed. But I think that if you remind yourself a little more, it's like, this is what I've done in the past, this thing that I'm trying to do, yes, maybe it's more than I've ever done before, but let's check the stats. I've always been successful in the past, why could it not be me again, you know? So I think that more people should just consciously think of that, and I think we'll be a little happier overall. And I'm gonna use some data points to tell me that I shall not speed up on this next stride. Motion is lotion, but we gotta be careful. You know, all load isn't good load, and pain doesn't equal pathology, but sometimes pain can tell you, maybe I need to be a little careful. Because I don't want to bust this and be out for a month plus like Luka Doncic. It's not what I want, but we are going to go do this third stride right now, so see how it goes. Alright, that was good, but we're probably just going to do one more. But another thing that this mindset that I was talking about, it kind of feeds into, which is really sad, is the imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome, the whole just thought of it is kind of crazy, because obviously everyone's dealt with it, even I've dealt with it, I still deal with it. But we've now went from, we have this belief that's like, oh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't be that. Look at you. I don't know how you could do that. I couldn't do that. But then people, they persevere because that's who we are. I mean, that's just who we are as people. And so we do the thing, and now we get this position, or we become this person, or we accomplish whatever it is that you accomplished. You finally did the thing, and now you feel like you don't belong. You don't feel like you're like these other people that you put on this pedestal that you saw either in your life or on social media or whatever. And so now these same thoughts and perceptions, they persist in the midst of success. And that's just so unfortunate, because like, I mean, like, if you did all the thing and you're here, let's say you got accepted into this school or this job, or now you have some sort of presence, or you built up a great family or community, and you still feel like, sorry, the wind, like you're not there. It's like, that sucks, dude. Like, you should be proud of everything that you've done, you know? So again, same thing. What can sorry. What can help with this is data points. Again, just remember, look back at your life objectively, use your successes as data, also use your defeats as data. That can help so much, you know? We're gonna do this last one. I'm feeling a little bit, maybe I'll just do a half stride. Or go a little slower. But this is shaping to be pretty good. I feel a lot less winded than I did when I was doing the warm-ups. Isn't that so crazy? You're like warming up. I remember I like warm up before, like, back when I was a collegiate distance runner. in college, and I'm like gassed doing these high knees, and then before I know it, I'm like doing multiple miles, like 5:20-ish pace or whatever, you know. So it's just a weird phenomenon, but it's just how things is, you know. All right, this should stay up. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. That was good. Got the stimulus. Felt hamstring a little bit, like 1, 2 out of 10. So not bad. I'm gonna hang out for a minute. And I'll probably just accumulate like 60 to 80, just like different pogo contacts. So that's be good. Anyways, going off of what I was saying before. So I think with all these things where it's like they put these things on these pedestals and they don't think that they can believe it, they don't believe that they can do it, and after they do it, they still feel like they have this imposter syndrome. Like, that's not them. I do think that one thing, I think that some people, they're not immune from it, but they probably don't experience this to like as large of an effect, is people that are a lot more process oriented rather than outcome oriented. Because I feel like when you're outcome oriented, you almost like put like this job or this grade or this race or performance or anything like on this pedestal, and you're like, this is what I need, this is what I need. But when you put on the pedestal for so long, you have more time for doubts to creep in. But when you're more process oriented and you're just trying to live in the suck a little bit, and you just enjoy the grind too, you don't really put it on the same pedestal. So when you achieve it, it's almost like, dang, that just happened as a byproduct of everything I was dealing with. I wasn't really thinking about it that much. I didn't have it as like this just like upper echelon massive thing. So I do think that those are one type of people that could they probably don't deal with it as much. Are there benefits to being outcome oriented? Definitely, I think so. I feel like some of the best athletes are actually significantly more outcome oriented, you know. I feel like it was like this for me as a athlete. I was so process oriented, and I liked the training so much that like that was almost enough for me, you know. So it's hard for me to like get there when it came to the races or whatever. I feel like it's like that for a lot of other people. But when the outcome is like, I need to get this, yeah, there's gonna be mental struggles with it, and maybe the training is gonna be like, but I feel like they do have the biggest competitive drive. But from a mental health standpoint, I don't know. It's just a give or take, I think. It's a shorter grass here, right in front of like a soccer goal. So if anyone comes up here trying to play soccer, I'll not have to move. But again, I'm not doing a massive shebang. I'm just trying to get enough to keep my pop while I'm dealing with this hammy, and move on. So what did I say I was gonna do? Oh, yeah, 50 split swings. All right, that was pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, right now I am probably gonna try to avoid any like massive like single leg bounds where I'm really reaching and getting that stretch and length through my biceps femoris, my hammy. So we're gonna stick to the basics. Just get the stimmy, move on. Also, I've been dealing with like, I guess within the last couple of weeks, I think it was when I went water jumping. I like went water jumping into the James River. It's pretty fun, but I somehow got poison oak. So it just like started, like, I don't know if you can see it, it's like right here, and it kind of went to the back side of my calf and even spread to my other leg, and I got different dots like going up my leg. Luckily it's only on my legs, but that's been dealing with that. Luckily it's not itching much anymore. Poison oak's not bad. I could have a hogweed, terrible, or poison ivy. Those could have both been worse, but man, I was itching for a while too, especially during finals week. I was in the middle of taking my exam. I got like right hand on the mouse. I got left hand scratching my leg. I probably shouldn't be scratching it, but and then I finally went to urgent care. And they're like, yeah, you got poison oak. I was like, yeah, awesome. I kind of knew that. They gave me prednisone. So I take the first dose of the prednisone, and then I'm so stupid. I literally, as I was like cleaning up my apartment because I had to move out of my apartment because the semester just ended. I went home. I somehow threw away my medication that I just got. I threw it away. It's like, that is legitimately probably one of the dumbest things that I have ever done. I was pretty upset myself for a little bit. Luckily, like, I mean, I'm just gonna take the loss. I could ask again another thing, but it doesn't itch anymore. It should be resolved within like a week or two. Yeah. All right, I'll probably just do side to side, 8 to the side, 8 to the other side. All right, I'll probably just do some like side to sides. Again, I'll probably just do 8 that way, 8 back, 16 total, 8 per direction. So. Yeah, I'm just trying to get better, man. Like, it kind of sucks that I did pop the hammy a little bit, but you know, still out here working. But I'm just trying to get quicker, man. I'm trying to get some bounce. Let me tell you, man, when you specialize in any one sport, especially when that sport is distance running, especially when that sport is distance running, you can just become so incapable of anything else. One, I can only move in a sagittal plane. Two, I have like 0 power. It sucks. Luckily, I can sprint pretty decent, especially if it is longer than like a 40, just because like I'm pretty efficient and we've done a lot of like strides or hill sprints and like some max speed and stuff. So it's like, that's not embarrassing, but when it comes to like especially trying to do like vertical jumping, it's rough. Or if I try to play a sport now and try to move laterally, it's like, yeah, I definitely feel like I've been nerfed. Even when I'm just playing pickleball, man, I need to get better at pickleball. I feel like 12 to 16 contacts of just like doing some crisscrossies, you know, get a little pronation and supination through the foot. Good to have a little variety in. I just try to be kind of creative, or just like cycle through a bunch of different types of pogos, just because like it's just work, and it's just good to have a little bit of variety just for health. Also, just like, you know, like I said, man, I'm trying to be able to move a little bit differently, and these kids, they're still on these dirt bikes. I need to see if I can hop on those dirt bikes after. Stop my workout and drive a 1/4 mile to another field because I needed something to jump off of, but we're probably just gonna do a couple sets of just like light depth jumps. Really just focus on the short ground contact time. Not really worried about the height on these. And I'll probably just do some single leg hops and just be done with it. But yeah, so I'll probably just do a few just landings first. So a few people out here, I'm getting a little self-conscious, but should be all good. But yeah, man, I mean, pulled my hammy just slightly, not even a week ago, and you can still kind of do the things that you want to do. You just have to modify, you know? It's honestly better for your recovery if you modify and just meet yourself where you're at. Like, yeah, I'm not doing the big standing triple jumps. I'm not doing my full acceleration workout. Yeah, I just did 4 by like 100, just like pretty slow. but I mean, you can still get the stimulus instead of like something out of shape. You can still get a little bit of what you need out of it. And I think that's something that like a lot of athletes need to realize, and just a lot of like PTs and stuff, just learning how to adjust rather than being like, oh no, you're done. Literally just do this and then do this and then we'll reevaluate in 3 weeks. It's like, no, you can still get pretty good quality work in. So that's something that I've been learning, and that's been super helpful for me, just figuring out like how I can do it for myself, just so I can help other people in the future with the same thing. So yeah, get hurt more. It's awesome. I don't know. All right, we're just gonna short hop, short ground contact time. Don't care how high I get. It's not concrete. You're not gonna hurt. Whoops. Shin splints. Maybe I should switch over there. I think it's concrete over there too. I'll begin. All right, so we're done with this video now. Starting to get a little busy here. I think I'm about to get kicked out actually for a soccer camp. So yeah, just gonna finish up with some single leg hops to bounds, just real easy, or not too easy, but just gonna do a few of those and then might go on a little nature walk and be done with it. So peace out.